This is the official podcast for the Adelaide Football Club.
Well, here we are, Crows fans, the round 23 edition of the Down the Guts podcast. Paddy Dangerfield's back.
Back, John.
And you've brought someone in, mate.
I have, one of the... Well, his career didn't last too long at absolute AFL level because he did his shoulder, unfortunately. But Will Young joins us on the People's Podcast. Great to have you in, Youngie.
Thanks, Paddy. Really appreciate it, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Now, this week, Will, it's a very big week because it's your last week at the footy club.
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Over the last couple of years I've had a lot of injuries, a lot of long-term injuries, and just decided to have a break at the end of the year and have a break from footy, go travelling and have a bit of time to myself. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Now, you played two AFL games and you had two games where, in terms of performance, they were at absolute opposite ends of the spectrum, weren't they?
Yeah, definitely. They were.
Can you describe those for us, your first game?
Jeez, the first one was an absolute shocker. Got thrown to the wolves, if you ask me. First game, we lose by 10 goals. God, just
Ben McGlynn gives you nightmares, doesn't he?
Oh, well, wasn't even supposed to be on him, but, put all the blame on the first game, and that's what they do, so
now, is it true, at the Chris Kringle that year, you received a match payment slip from Bobby McGlynn?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Do we know who stitched you up with that?
I do.
Yeah, we do. Bloody Phil Davis.
Phil Davis.
That's right, he's not here anymore. He went for more money.
He came to us to get it printed.
Yeah.
So we did the design work on that one.
Well,
so sorry, Will.
No, that's all right, mate.
Phil does love match payments, so that's fair enough.
Yeah,
Now, your second game?
Yep.
Your second game?
Which wasn't the next week, by
Which
the way.
wasn't the next week, unfortunately.
No,
but you came in against,
Pretty
I think it was you came in against the league leaders in Collingwood. We played them at the MCG, I think it was.
Correct.
Yep.
Describe the game, Youngie, and what your role was.
I just got a call from Craigie during the week and said he wanted to play me as a defensive forward. He thought my attributes suited that role. You got to be a bit of a pest, really.
Yep.
Yeah. So
you do it well.
Yeah, he told me I was playing on Harry O'Brien and just don't worry about getting the ball, just shut him down.
Now your first kick for that game.
Yeah, snaggy roll, mate. Straight through the middle.
And you missed another. You should have had two for the game.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I mean, that's all right though. The pressure, 70,000 people there.
But bigger things happened at the end of the game. Now, in the third quarter, unfortunately, you did come off with a shoulder injury and didn't play a further part in the game.
No.
But
didn't you come back on?
Yeah, I
remember O'Brien bumping into you.
Yeah, I heard it in a tackle and then got strapped up at 3/4 time and then tried to keep playing. Yeah, he was getting stuck into me a little bit.
But he'd done enough by then, hadn't you, Paddy? I'd
done enough by then, yeah.
What caught the eye...
Got enough to get the TV.
I tell you what, there is a fair bit of feedback from Matthew Lloyd, but I tell you what, there is no bigger fan than Will Young of Matthew Lloyd, Katrina Gill.
I love it. Yeah.
What happened after the game, Will?
Just... won the 50-inch Panasonic.
Vieira.
Yeah. I thought the boys were taking the piss after the game because I was in a lot of pain. I was pretty shattered because I knew that I'd hurt my shoulder pretty bad, and blokes were coming up to me saying, "Oh, you won the TV." I was like, "Oh, piss off." I had 2 touches. Yeah. But 2 bloody good touches,
yeah. More importantly, though, I think O'Brien had
5 possessions for the game.
Yeah, it's the lowest amount of possessions he's ever had in his career.
So that was Lloyd's explanation. Was basically they thought, or Lloydie thought, that he was the most important player for the Collingwood side, and you'd snuffed him out.
Yeah.
Now you cop a bit of shit for that, don't you? But you don't really care.
I don't really care because at the end of the day, not many people have won the prestigious award, have they, for TV?
Where does the TV in the household with Dangerfield? Where does the TV?
It's actually framed. Put on the wall. No, it's in my room.
In your room,
yeah.
Paddy's probably got his own 80-inch, has he?
Paddy's got about 7 TVs, buys one every month. So
no, just 3.
So you said you're taking a break, Will. Is it an indefinite break, or you think you'll go back to footy? What's the plan?
I'll definitely come back to footy. I'm only 22 years old, so I'm thinking about getting away for maybe a year, see how we go, and I'll definitely come back to South Australia and play for Norwood. Yep.
So you're heading to
Love the
London?
leagues. Yeah, heading to London. Yep. Head over to Ireland as well and see Brian Donnelly.
Cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
which will be good. So
Former Irish recruit.
yeah.
So what's the plan in London? Bit of bar work and
Yeah, a bit of bar work, but it's more just travelling around and having a bit of time to myself.
a couple of Contiki tours?
Yeah. A couple of quiet beers and,
Well, you have been injured, so you've been injured for a fair amount of time. So you've been doing a little bit of work experience while you've been on the sidelines injured because you haven't been able to do much. So you've been behind the bar. Have you haven't run into anyone working out at I think it's Largs Bay?
Yeah, that's pretty good out there. Yeah, I can pour a mean beer. I don't think I have. No.
The boys
Well,
were planning to come and have dinner one night and make sure that Will was
Was serving. And
behind the bar.
Constantly calling for the
I
waiter.
don't think they've got the.
There's a fly in my suit.
I hope that don't come actually.
Now, Paddy, of course, Will's one of your great housemates. How are you going to fill the empty room?
You can't feel that. No.
I'll tell you what, I don't know. I've lived with Will for way too long, almost 2 years now. But
Best 2 years of his life.
It'll certainly be a very big void in my life, Joc. I must admit.
But I'll come back and live with you again.
Well, by
Isn't that right, mate?
by big void, Will's room is about 7 metres by 8 metres. So there'll be plenty of room.
That's not even a lie.
And the
either.
TV's staying. I reckon the TV's probably staying, is it?
No, I'm handing it off to a mate to look after until I get back.
Is it bubble wrap or?
Yeah, no, we'll bubble wrap it up. Yeah,
Harry O'Brien, he might be interested.
Yeah, well, he can come and have a chat to me if he wants. Yeah.
So, your first couple of years of the club, how many injuries did you have in that period before you played the game?
When I first got here, I had OP, so I missed the whole pre-season. And then in my first year, I had a knee arthroscope and missed 7 weeks. And then
Had your hips done?
Yeah, had my hip done in the pre-season and missed the whole pre-season again.
And you did your shoulder?
And then I played a couple of games that year, but then missed 6 or 7 during the year with an ankle, and then did my shoulder and missed the next pre-season.
Broke your leg?
And then
Broke your finger
I'm
again?
telling the story. And then when I came back from that shoulder, I broke my hand and missed 5 weeks, and then did my knee and missed 6 weeks. And then got into some okay form in the finals for Norwood, and then broke my leg and missed the next pre-season, and started playing well this year for Norwood and did my shoulder. So
The same shoulder as before?
Nah, different. Yeah.
So what was in your head this year with your shoulder? I suppose did you have the opportunity of thinking, I'll leave the surgery until the end of the season?
Yeah, definitely. I had about 3 or 4 weeks to make that decision, and it was like I had to think about it a fair bit, but I just thought with the injuries I've had, I don't think I could go through another injury again for that amount of time after playing again. So that's the main reason that I wanted to just get it done, get it right, have some time off, and then come back again and play.
So how much support has Paddy provided you with in that time? How many hospital visits and spoon-fed meals?
No hospital visits, which was pretty disappointing. Nah, I'm only kidding. He's been great to me. He's been a great housemate when he comes down and visits us peasants down the bottom. Nah, he's great. He's Paddy and
We lived on the same floor for a year.
Yeah, we did. Paddy and I have got a great relationship, so he's probably one of my best mates.
So what is your greatest memory of being at the club?
That second game.
Probably. I'm proud of myself for playing AFL footy. I think it could have gone a bit better if I had a bit more luck, but just being around the boys for 4 years and getting paid to do something that I love to do, I think in that position it's pretty lucky. So.
And coming back to Norwood in a year or two, what's the reason for that? You just enjoy the footy out there? Or?
Yeah, I just love the boys out there. It's a great team. Great.
He's only 22, Bert.
Great.
Well, true.
Great club.
But he's a Victorian boy. I thought might.
Nah, I think the league over here is a lot better, a lot stronger. Better in terms of wanting to get picked up again. Like Norwood, they're probably the team to go to if you want to get picked up again. So
you realise as soon as you lob in London, there'll be someone trying to get you to play for the Wadsworth Demons.
Yeah, that's right. I'll coach them and I'll take them to a premiership. That's what I do. I'll have to be on big coin though.
Well, that's fair enough. There's probably a fair bit of pound over there.
A point a game.
Don't know what you're doing in Irish accent.
Yeah.
What is Brian?
Because there's Irish in London.
Talking of Irish, you're catching up with Brian. What's his story at the moment? Is he still playing the Gaelic?
Yeah. No, he's
at a pretty good level over there.
He's in Boston at the moment on a Gaelic football scholarship for 3 months. Yeah, he went to Boston College and he's doing that, and then he's playing at the top levels there. So.
Not many taters in Boston, is there?
I wonder if there's any chickens.
Not much chicken.
See what I have to live with?
Yeah, it'd be a nightmare. No wonder you're leaving, basically.
Yeah.
I mean,
Gold Coast this week, Joc, Youngie. Big week.
Massive.
Every big week. Played a good game on the weekend, Gold Coast.
Yep.
they did play a good game. It just shows why you can't take anyone lightly.
No, you cannot get ahead of yourself, Birds. That's what we can't afford to do. We've got to take this week as it comes, prepare ourselves for the Gold Coast, because they played some bloody good footy against Carlton.
Were you happy with the response after the loss to Brisbane, Paddy, last week against Melbourne?
Yeah, I reckon it was pretty good, Joc. For probably 3 quarters we played some good footy. We were pretty poor in the last quarter, but I think that third quarter really set ourselves up, and tell you what, playing with plenty of flair and kicking a decent score was pleasing to see. So we're just going to carry that form onwards this week and bring it against Gold Coast.
I don't want to give him a big head, but Tex, is that one of the better games?
No, well, his
head's pretty big.
It's not his head I'm worried about, it's his ears that won't.
No, it's his ear. It's just one ear.
One ear.
Yeah.
One ear.
Yeah.
Well, he has been calling himself the Duck around training. Might have been me actually. Yeah. But no, he was outstanding on the weekend. Joe Petrenko was another one. Kurt was back into some good form.
Callanan.
He's kicked 35 goals for the year. He's been in outstanding form.
Has he kicked that many?
Yeah.
Another 4 career high. Or equal career high.
35 goals.
Imagine that.
That's
if you got
coincidence. He's 35 years old.
Milne's probably got him, and Rioli's probably got him. But imagine if you got an All-Australian. How good would that be? He probably needs.
Well, how many goals have they kicked?
50.
He's kicked
50. Yeah.
I have a theory on Callanan, Bert.
He's got a few years left.
Well, he's got a few years left, but if Tibbet plays, Callan's probably going to kick 4 because his averages when he plays with the big Kirtley are very, very good.
He just gets amongst his shoelaces, doesn't he? Just stands down.
Bread and butter for Callanan.
Yes, he just loves the big ticket. So, no, he was very good. So, hopefully, he can do that again this weekend against the Gold Coast. And Tom Lynch, who we're playing this week, which would be terrific.
The wrong Tom Lynch, yeah.
The wrong Tom Lynch, yeah.
Talking about Tom Lynch, one of his opponents might be Daniel Taylor, who's going pretty well at the moment. How do these young blokes? You had a taste of finals back in 2009.
Yes, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Bert.
We're a week away from the finals, but yeah, I think...
I'm glad you mentioned that because obviously last week there was a report in the paper about the Crows players that hadn't played in the finals, and my name was on there, so obviously I played well in 2009. But no, Daniel's had a fantastic year, and that'll be a very good matchup because Lynch has been in very good form for the Gold Coast, and Harley Bennell has been another one, and obviously Gary Ablett.
Any chance you'll be chasing Gary Ablett around the park?
Well, he gets it 50 odd times a game, so there's probably one point that I'd have to chase in, Bert, but hopefully we can nullify him as much as possible.
So I guess, Paddy, you can't control obviously where you're going to finish, but is the main focus just hitting your straps before the first week of finals? Exactly
right, Joc. We've got to prepare for the team we're playing this week, and it's a crucial game because you want to build that momentum and that winning form and really settle the side for a finals assault. So we need to do everything we can to prepare as well as we can because we saw last week, every team you played, regardless of where they are on the ladder, you have to prepare for them well, or you can be, you can get ahead of yourselves and be shot down.
It's an amazing round too, isn't it? So many games.
It's a fantastic game.
Settled, but every
Friday night footy
is all around the place.
Very
night's
good.
Huge. A couple other games as well, which we'll be keeping an eye on. But I suppose for us, all we can do is win the Gold Coast one and see what happens.
We won't be worrying about anyone else, Spurs. Let me tell you, all we're worrying about is the Gold Coast Suns.
What about you, Will? You're not staying for the game on Saturday? Or
bloody hell!
Going to be around for that?
Yeah, no, I'm still around the club. It's just my last official training day.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll be here supporting the boys and
being a pest. So you're going to get out on the track and actually train with the boys, or on Friday, or not?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I can't be bothered.
Do the rehab.
Yeah, just get in the gym, do some weights. Yeah,
you can
get the muscles going for England.
The biceps are up for England.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I've never been this big before. So.
You're going to catch the Port game. I think that's in London. When's that? November.
Yeah, the London.
Rather watch
Bulldogs,
paint
is it?
dry than go and watch Port play.
Yeah, Danger, can we, any chance we can borrow the sports car this weekend to just get Will out there doing the lap of honour?
No, apparently though, when is Dogger doing a lap of honour or something? Well, we were joking about it that if Dogger does a lap of honour, I'm going to hide in the boot, and then they'll pop the boot up, and I'll just come out and wave to all my fans.
That would be very funny. Talking about fans, there were a few fans in the rooms on the weekend with Paddy Mills in the place.
Was there ever? I'll tell you what, I was starstruck after the game.
It was funny though, because so was he. Like it was,
I know, it was
like
very
he's
funny.
walking around excited because he's with, seeing the Crows players
Yeah,
and
he's
being in the
thinking, how
coach's
good's
box.
this? And
meanwhile,
thinking,
there's this queue of young blokes with their eyes all
We'll get
lit
our
up because
photos
Paddy Mills was in the room.
No, that was fantastic.
You made off with a pair of your boots?
Yes, well, I was taking my top off, and I said, "Baz, can I give my jumper to Paddy?" And he goes, "Wouldn't have thought so." And there wasn't
there was
even,
not much chance of the
there
jumper
wasn't
going
even
out.
a hint of a smile, and I really wasn't going to argue with him. So I said, "Oh, look, Paddy, I'll sign a pair of boots, and you can take these away."
So you're hoping for a bit of action in the NBA when you head over that way?
When they win the playoffs this year
Yeah.
and the finals, yeah.
The
Come on,
Spurs
Paddy.
get up. You'll be hoping for
Yep.
the pair of
Send him
the
over.
shoes coming back your
Yep.
way.
Yep.
No, it was great to see him around, and he's. You often see these sportsmen who get chucked jumpers at them from teams, and they don't know. But he is a Crows man.
He's a
is,
Crows man through.
Yeah,
Loved it.
Benny Dowdle was saying at the AIS he would wear his Crow scarf around the place, and really into it.
He's
Good on him.
Apparently over in the States as well. He has socks and shorts as well.
Yeah,
They think he's a bit of a nutter with that sort of stuff. But no.
I think he actually commented after the game that being in the rooms was better than hitting that buzzer beater
He
against
did
Russia.
say this. Yeah, this is the best day ever. So I know it was great to see him here, to see him over on the weekend, and it was nice that we played some good footy and he's able to sing the song with us.
Well, Paddy, good luck this weekend against the Gold Coast, and Will, well done, mate. Thanks for coming in and sharing a bit of your time.
No
Yes, Will,
worries.
it's been great having you around the club, mate.
Yep.
Since you've been here, I've been around the place as well, and I've seen all the effort you've gone to and your
It's
rehab. And,
nostalgic.
the tears are coming.
Yeah.
But the effort you go through. I mean, a lot of people don't realise that. I don't think what goes on behind the scenes with blokes who struggle with injuries and things like that. And it's a fine line, Paddy, isn't it, between a young bloke getting a crack and
Absolutely,
getting injuries and things like that, which can stop
Yeah.
them from going their way. So
That's just the way it goes, though. Life goes on, and
Not
you
too
never
many
know. You
people play
never
AFL
know.
footy though.
No.
So
no, you're right. He's got that, and he's got a TV. Which
Exactly.
what a
You
great
never know.
story that is, isn't it? Down the
It
track.
There's still a little glimmer of hope in the future. You never know. Come back with Norwood and see what happens.
One thing I want to check. There's a little rumour that Harry O'Brien said something to you about your shoulder, and you wouldn't be playing. And you suggested apparently that if he kept talking to you, that he mightn't be playing the next week either. Is that fact, myth, or fiction?
I don't want to get into detail about that kind of stuff. Let's just say Harry O'Brien's very scared of me now.
All right, Will. Thanks, mate, for coming.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for listening to the official podcast of the Adelaide Football Club.